Hey everybody, it's been a while since I've been on the camera and at school. I'm so sorry. I've been stuck at home. And I will hopefully be back by Wednesday. But that doesn't change the fact that we still have work to do every single day in class. The exception this week is Tuesday. Election Day is a professional development day for teachers, which means, yay, no school for you guys. But today, Monday, our topic is going to change for our thought question. We've been writing summary paragraphs, which have not been our own voice, and will continue to not share our own opinions and voice in these paragraphs, but we're going to have to answer the questions in the thought question. And this, as you can see on the screen, this is the new article that I'm assigning, and it's called Gen Z is Here to Help. So I'm going to actually click on the lesson and kind of explain to you what you're going to be doing. It's different from a summary, so our taking notes is going to have to change too. And so the before reading poll says, Generation Z grew up in the digital age and is skilled at using technology and social media to spread ideas and connect with others. What do you think? Generation Z is changing the world more rapidly than earlier generations. Now, a little bit of background information in case you weren't sure. You are Generation Z. My kids are Generation Z. And the article has a timeline that you can look on. I would be Gen X. I'm Generation X. My parents are baby boomers. You've heard of OK Boomer. That's where it comes from. And they're showing the different age groups. So anyone born, they're saying after 1996, and I've heard some variation on that. Either way, you're still right smack in the middle of Generation Z, and you're more savvy with technology than anyone we know. And you're changing the way people use technology. You're using those skills to change the world, and that's what this article is about. Now, when you get to the thought question, so check out the screen right now, you're going to be looking for what makes Generation Z unique from older generations, and how are they using those unique skills and ideas to help change the world. So you're going to need to show the what makes them different from older generations, and you're going to need to use specific examples from the text about how they're using those skills to change the world. Hint, hint, they're using technology. Okay, so if you can show an example from the article, that is going to be one paragraph, your second paragraph. Your first paragraph, though, is going to be to give examples of how Generation Z is different. And it's like you're writing for a class. You're not using your own opinion or your own thoughts, so I shouldn't hear your own voice in there. You're just stating what the article claims. And you can check that out right down here in the take notes section. It says, take notes, meaning this is the notes section. This is where you're going to copy things directly from the article about what makes Gen Z unique and how they're using those unique skills to change the world. You're going to need to come up with at least 4 specifics, maybe 2 things that make them unique and 2 examples of ways they're using their uniqueness to change the world. And that's going to be the thought question, which you're going to type here. Now, in the summaries, I specifically said, do not start your paragraph with, this article is about, and that is what about 90% of you did. So I really need you to pay close attention to these video lessons, because these lessons are as if I was in front of the classroom explaining it to you. I'm trying to tell you exactly how to do well on these articles. In fact, one of them, I basically showed you how to write the summary for, I think it was Barry Bugout, but I think I also did He Sees Music. So that was Friday. You got to choose. You could choose Get Some Sleep, He Sees Music, or Wilson Cruz, Actor Activist. You could choose one of those 3 to do, and I definitely need you to finish all 5 tabs of at least one of those 3 articles, okay? Now, this week on Wednesday, this Gen Z is Here to Help article is due. And so you're going to need to have all of those 5 tabs done by Wednesday afternoon. So I believe you should be able to get through 1 through 3 today. That is your goal. To get through the before reading poll, read the article carefully so that you understand, and then maybe go back in and take some notes. Your thought question might be slightly different based on your Lexile, and then answer the activity questions. And I'm noticing that some of you are getting wrong a question that says, what question did the article not answer? And remember, they might have mentioned it, but they didn't answer the question. That's the key. And down below in the thought question, there'll be a little box that says refer to article, and you need to use that, okay? Does you no good to rush through the activity questions and not get a 75%, meaning you could only miss one, I believe, and that'll give you about an 88%. If you miss 2 or more, then that's 75% or lower. We're at least trying to get a 75% or higher on your first answer to the questions. All right, so those are my tips for Gen Z is here to help. Remember, you need to think about what it is that you're going to need to write about. You're going to need to write as if you were answering for the author, okay? It's not going to be your own perspective or Mrs. South's opinion. It's just, this is what the article said, but you're not going to say that. You're just going to say, like you're an expert. Generation Z is unique because, and then list your reasons. Remember, we're looking for an introduction sentence. That was a great one that I just gave you. Generation Z, born after 1996, is a unique generation because they are, and then you're going to list, okay? There's a great sentence starter for your introduction sentence to your thought question. And then your conclusion sentence could tie it all up in a neat bow at the end by giving an example of a person who's a Gen Zer that has done something to change the world. Or you could go into the article and just look for a sentence that they use that sums it up and use that exact same sentence, okay? We're allowed to use things from the article in our answer. That's exactly what we're doing, okay? We're finding all of the good parts of the article and we're putting those down here in our notes so that when we go to write the thought question, we can copy and paste and then add and tweak a little just to make it a formal writing with capitalization, punctuation, making sure that the sentence makes sense. Some of your sentences, they weren't even grammatically correct. Like I couldn't even understand what they meant. So I felt like maybe some of you were rushing through. I want you to get the best grade possible. So that means doing all 5 tabs, all of the dark blue tabs, right? We're not doing the stretch article or the stretch activity. Those are going to be at grade level. And they're, if you don't get them all right, it's not going to help your Lexile level. In fact, it could hurt it. So I want you to focus in on these dark blue tabs. All right, that should be all for right now. I hope to see you Wednesday, and hopefully I can answer any questions you have by email tomorrow. But if you've watched this video and you're still confused about how Gen Z's article is going to be different from the summary writing that we've been doing, or you realize, ooh, I want to fix some of my summary articles, that's fine as long as you're caught up. But you need to let me know that you've made changes and would like a better grade so that I can go back in. It won't notify me if you've made changes to articles that I've already graded. And it won't let me see, once I grade and give you comments in Achieve 3000, it won't let me see the previous thought questions. So if you copy and paste it into a new draft and fix it, then I'll be able to see it, but you got to tell me that you've done that, okay? So let me know, I'm able to Google Meet tomorrow. I do have other things that I need to do as well, but Tuesday is going to be, I'll be in professional development workshops and I won't be as available. So Monday and Wednesday are the days for you to reach out for help. Hopefully I'll be at school, so some of you can ask me then. Or if you're at home in the afternoon, I could set up a Google Meet if you are really struggling. All right, thank you for engaging in the learning. You're doing as much as you can, and I'm proud of you. For those that are a little bit behind, it's not too late, okay? You can still hop on here and start getting to work. It's at your just right reading level, so it'll work. Thanks, guys. We'll see you Wednesday or Thursday.